What's up guys, Kevin Cage here, hope all is well, and if you have an attention span over 7 minutes, I really think you're going to like this video. Let's get right into it and appreciate all that like and subscribe. So I want to talk about TCS banks today. Yes, I'm certain all of you have heard of them before. They are literally the second largest company by market cap out of India, as we can see right here, and yes, they are RippleNet enabled, and this is why I'm excited. And remember what I referenced a few videos ago, if you guys watched, where I said Ripple employee Ashish Birla back in 2018 was quoted to say, and we've seen him say it, was quoted to say that about 50% of all of India was in their pipeline. India is one of the largest countries. Of course, there's underbanked, unbanked there. There's a lot of friction, so to speak, for remittance especially, and there's a lot of illiquid corridors that could benefit utilizing XRP as a bridge asset, that neutral asset, to be the intermediary between other countries. And just people don't get it. They're looking at current price. This thing is so much bigger than us, and hopefully you can recognize revolutionary tech when you see it. You also see the backing and the connections of these institutions. All right, so TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, we can see right here, they're just a huge Indian multinational IT services company headquartered in Mumbai. Right here, about $23 billion revenue. So second largest by market cap, 149 locations and 46 countries. Well, they also have this blockchain remittance platform that is actually interoperable and connects with RippleNet. Absolutely crazy. So just so you know, I'm sure some of you guys recognize this symbol on their website, tcs.com/banks, but it's with a C. Digital first, cloud first, the TCS Bank's universal financial platform, leveraging the power of networks, enabling new and extended ecosystems. Now, these next few documents, I've shown the first one before. This is all thanks to Damor Sahami. Thank you, sir, for always sending some great information my way. And right here, this 2-page document, Quartz cross-border remittances. As we can see, cross-border remittances leveraging DLT-based ecosystems, talking about the current problems today, falling behind competitors, disruptive fintechs, all of this. We need to allow the current system to connect to the new system. Now, right here, where we mentioned Ripple directly, and I'll just control find so you guys can see it a little better. Right there. So the Quartz cross-border remittance solution enables banks, payment systems to connect to newer DLT-based payment infrastructures like RippleNet for cross-border or for processing cross-border foreign exchange remittance transactions. Notice seamlessly connecting them to blockchain-based payment platforms using APIs sounds very familiar. You can support, services related to FX quote finalization. I know you guys have probably seen that article that Ripple released again recently, maybe it was a month or two ago, just talking about, spot price and everything. And I'll also talk about how XRP was listed on another derivative exchange in the past, and now we're seeing all these big companies being listed on it as well. Something is very fishy right now in this market. Half people are, I'd say 80% are screaming bull run. Other people are not fully convinced. We have the Super Bowl announcing that they're going cashless for the first time in 50 plus years. All I know is I am in the right asset class. It is just a matter of when, right? So we'll keep going here. Essentially, biggest thing is, pay attention to Quartz, look into them, and it's going to be interesting following along with them. And I just understand how big India is. Please, we had the former governor of the Bank of India at Ripple's Swell event. He's very familiar with XRP. I just don't understand how you can rule this asset out, because those of us that invest in the fundamentals will win long term. There is zero doubt in that. And of the 6,000 plus cryptocurrencies that exist today, understand after this bull run that we see, not all 6,000 plus will be standing. And yes, of course, I have some that I gamble in micro, cap coins and do my best. But at the end of the day, my biggest holdings are in XRP and a few other assets. Okay. Let's keep going. So right here, another document here, you can just control find. I don't want to get too into it, but you get the gist. Moreover, you can redeploy Quartz Gateway for every other blockchain-based ecosystem, whether sponsored by governments, bank consortia, industry-led partnerships outside of financial services, or entities such as Ripple. With Quartz Gateway, you can scale your participation as the technology gains adoption. As we know, Ripple's network effects are really taking over. And at the end of the day, guys, this is not just all about XRP or Ripple. This is about future-proofing the ecosystem, allowing interoperability across the board. And please note that India is one of the BRICS nations. So just using basic logic, you don't even have to have conspiracy theories. You don't have to say $1,000 per XRP right away. What I'm saying is the potential is absolutely there. All right. Right here. So this is just the final slide I want to show you guys. So there's no, I don't think there's any mention of Ripple here, but it's just talking about settlement. So I wanted to point it out. Quartz Settlement. So this is all Tata Consultancy Services. And just going through this, guys, delays, operational inefficiencies, higher transaction costs, duplication of info in siloed legacy platforms. This is all the same talking points that, of course, Ripple has been trying to inform regulators and even banks for years, because they're just able to move a lot faster than, you know, these dinosaur banks. And I mean that with respect. It's just fintechs have, private companies especially, have a lot more room to move quickly. All right. So just sharing that, notice, you know, private permission blockchains, which allow market participants to operate as nodes. There's going to be some information that's private. Certain people will have different access to things. Makes sense. And there's also going to be public blockchains. And the thing is, they all have to connect. Now, we're also going to be talking about tokenized assets. This is going to be the absolute future. And please understand that, yes, XRP has a huge opportunity in this role. We already know even the Central Bank of France was talking about XRP's network, a consensus network, their distributed network, and then Ethereum's blockchain, talking about, you know, at least exploring the idea of building central bank digital currencies on top of this type of open source technology. All right, now you wonder why I'm a tad bit bullish, and then we can actually talk about transaction flows and, you know, building liquidity and all of that. So if you guys want to focus on current price and complain, be my guest, but I know what is coming. All right. Next up, let's keep going here. So Brad Garlinghouse, just going over this briefly, CEO of Ripple, never a dull moment in crypto. Institutional investor interest is skyrocketing. Absolutely. The higher Bitcoin goes, the better, in my opinion. And I think he knows this as well. Some people will, you know, diss Bitcoin because of, you know, the performance. And I'm kind of with him in that regard. I love Bitcoin for what it's done, but it's not going to be solving the payments problem, with all due respect. And that's what I'm here for, to solve problems and make money off of those problems being solved. And just providing, I guess, organic liquidity or, you know, very little demand. So industry growth comes down to a real world utility. As a store of value, Bitcoin is an extremely useful inflation hedge. XRP's speed, cost, and scalability makes it extremely useful for payments, and I agree to that. So right here, Brian Brooks, or I believe, is this? No, this is Brian O'Keefe, okay, said it's all about the use case. Regulators need to recognize the potential of these technologies and provide a level playing field for responsible industry participants. Now, we'll keep going here. This is shared by Jeremy. Thanks, man. So Super Bowl will go cashless this year as NFL cuts deal with Visa on these ATMs. So check this out. I'm going to be in Tampa Bay with reverse ATMs. We can see that the customers actually are going to be essentially just getting a prepaid Visa card and turning in their cash for that. So for the first time in 55 years, cash will not be accepted at the Super Bowl. Strange times. Whether you agree with me or not, we're seeing this push towards more digitalization. It might not be 100% cashless, but we are definitely seeing a migration. All right. Next, so Michael, Val5, thanks for sharing this. So FTX, we know they are a huge exchange, and why am I bringing them up again? Well, I think we can recall back in, I think it was July, yep, XRP USD trading pair listed on FTX exchange. This is, I believe, a subsidiary of Binance. Binance-backed exchange. And notice they are a cryptocurrency, exchange, but overall for derivatives. So I think you guys understand what that can do for volume. A lot of people, I was talking to Martin Volk, and he made a great point just regarding the markets being moved and everybody trading on margin and trading on leverage. It can be some very, very powerful money that's pushing price in either direction. So as I said yesterday, before any big pumps or even dumps occur in cryptocurrency, they get really volatile, and you'll start seeing some really big wicks, even on, hour candles. So really exciting. And that usually precedes a lot of volume, sometimes precedes some big price moves. All right. So wanted to go over that. Of course, we're going to expect to see, XRP on more of these exchanges. We also know that other news of XRP actually being tested in the derivatives market for swaps. Just wanted to point that out. And then also Michael Val5 links. FTX adds 9 more tokenized stocks, including Square, PayPal, MicroStrategy. No surprise, these are all the big guys that were, documenting and spreading news that they were buying Bitcoin. So be wary. Remember, when banks are starting to tell you, Bitcoin's going to 300K, just be a little weary. That's all I'm saying. Please don't buy into the FUD. At the end of the day, you're going to do what you want. You're going to disagree with me. That's fine. But I will not be buying Bitcoin at $18,000 or $19,000. If I buy it, it will be sub $10,000. And I know many people don't believe it'll ever go there again, and that is fine. But I'm just sharing that information. All right. I think I'll make more money via XRP and some other altcoins as we migrate towards true utility at scale. I'm not here for a little 100% return and flip because I've done that. I'm here for much bigger things. things. All right. Next, wanted to make a joke. So we know US rapper Logic buys $6 million in Bitcoin. And I'm just teasing. I know there was another person as well buying BTC. This always gets in the, headlines as well. And I was just goofing around saying, I bet he can sing an entire song before Bitcoin even makes it to its destination. Keep in mind, in 2017, 2018, I know people where it took 2 days for their Bitcoin to make it to their destination, and you're paying $50 or $100 in fees. If not way more. I'm trying to be conservative with that. So just understand, store value, yeah, perhaps, but I'm arguing for institutional adoption to solve a very specific problem, okay? And there's going to be other assets that do just well. I did watch Crypto Eddie's interview with a gentleman over at XTC as well, and just saying that one of their big hurdles is developing liquidity. And I absolutely agree with that sentiment. I know all of us just wish to be, multimillionaires, billionaires, but that's just not how the world works quite yet. All right, next, XRP Crypto Wolf. So Hard Money Market launched supply and rewards for Bitcoin, BUSD, I guess they call it BUST, but it's Binance US Dollar, their stablecoin, and then XRP as well. And just so you know, this is based off of Kava as well when they launched Harvest.io, their world's first cross-chain money market. Now, cross-chain type of technology, these platforms are very interesting. We know that Kava is directly related to Interledger Protocol, which is created by Ripple. We also know Atom, ATOM, is connected. We can talk about, Polkadot, which is a very interesting project. Just a lot of things like that. So very exciting. And of course, XRP is involved in some way. All right. A lot of the same people in the network. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.